Welcome to the 2022 Tour de France. I'm really excited about the Tour de France this year. It's got one of the best routes that I've ever seen, and man, it's going to be a crazy first week coming up. It's going to be insane. And so I thought, as always, we'd go through the favorites here and see who I think is gonna win, and maybe try and predict the podium in the end. So, we got an interesting route. I mean, this year it starts off with a prologue, which it hasn't had a prologue in a long time. I mean, that was a staple in the Lance years, the prologue, and so you're not going to have a lot of guys losing time on the prologue, but there will be time gaps. It's a really short prologue. It's just 12 kilometers long, and but there are going to be gaps there right off the beginning, and I'm curious to see who's going to take the first win. But who I think is going to win overall? Let's go through the contenders and check it out. So today, Pogačar. I think it's going to be tough to beat him. I mean, he's just unreal. He's got the stuff, and man, he's been riding well. He won his home tour in Tour of Slovenia, and he looks really good. Team looks good. He's got a good support group around him. And it's gonna be really hard to beat him. Then we got Primož Roglič, and Jonas Vingegaard. Both of these guys are really strong, but Roglič is the strongest rider, obviously. And they're gonna use Vingegaard as a decoy. That's my guess. Everybody's saying Vingegaard is stronger than Roglič, but I don't think so. I think Roglič is the true leader, and if he can get through the first week. By the way, the first week has a lot of really tough stages in the beginning. Specifically, stage 5 on Wednesday. You're going to want to watch that one. Really difficult stage with 11 sectors of cobblestones, which on a road bike with thin tires is really tough to ride on. If it rains that day, it's game over for a lot of guys. So if you can make it through day 5, you got a chance to win the Tour here. So if Roglič can make it through, he's probably gonna do really well. Then they got this new guy, Alexander Vlasov. I'm not sure who this is. I don't know who this is, and he might have a chance. He might not. I've never really seen him ride, to be honest. So I don't have any recon on that rider. Then we've got Geraint Thomas, Danny Martinez, Enric Mas, and Ben O'Connor. So Geraint Thomas looks good. He won the Tour of Swiss, which is one of the warm-up races for the Tour de France. And Danny Martinez also looks good in the year. Ben O'Connor, he looks really good. He looked good in the Dauphiné, got third behind Vingegaard and Roglič. So all those guys have a chance. And then we got the interesting wild cards who are on the bottom of this guy's list, whoever made this. But I think these guys have some real potential here. We've got Nairo Quintana. Now, yeah, Quintana, he's on the bottom of the list, but Quintana looks really, really good this year. And he's never had an issue on the cobblestones, like I was saying. So he's going to make it through the cobblestones, and then if he makes it through stage 7, which is also a difficult stage, doesn't lose too much time, then we're going to get to the big mountains, and he's going to have a chance. Thibaut Pinot, Rigoberto Urán, Damiano Caruso, Romain Bardet, Jack Haig. Those are the more wild cards that are on the bottom of the list accurately. But Quintana, I think he's going to have a really good chance here. He looks really strong, in my opinion. And then we have some random guys like Jakob Fuglsang, Michael Woods, Chris Froome, and Louis Meintjes. He might also do something. You never know with these guys. We're gonna see it shake up in the first week. So who do I think is gonna win? Well, like I said, I mean the first week it's intense. It's an intense first week, and based on the weather, if it's poor weather, we're gonna have a big problem with a lot of these guys, especially on Wednesday. So we're gonna have to watch and see what happens, and whoever gets through that first week is gonna probably win the Tour. because there's going to be guys who are not going to be able to get through the first week without a crash, a flat tire, any other amount of different problems that might occur. So, what do I think? I think Roglic will win the Tour de France. I think he's the strongest rider, and I think he would have won the Tour de France last year as well. He would have been right there had he not crashed out. Then I think Pogačar will be second, and I think Ben O'Connor will be third. I think Ben O'Connor looks really good, and he's a fighter. He just doesn't give up, that guy. So it's going to be tough because, like I said, the first week it's going to be really hard to predict what's going to happen. There's just too much chaos that's going to happen. So, yeah, Roglic, Pogačar, Ben O'Connor. Those are my predictions. I can't wait for the tour this year. It's going to be good.